I'm gonna show you exactly what DoorDash sends St. Louis Dashers in April of 2025 and see if DoorDash is still worth it. How many orders will we get? What will the payouts be? Welcome back to Mr.BetonYou. Quick disclaimer, we're not taking one order. I'm sitting in my house, okay? We're not gonna do any offers, but I wanna see exactly what is gonna pop up here and how long it will take. Estimated 1 to 2 minutes, all right? So it's got a Panda Express, near Taco Bell. You know, these things really don't matter. These are hot spots. Look at that, first order of the day. Dollar General, 3 items. Red card, $6.50, 2.8, okay? You know, I think some of you guys would probably take that. If that line is long, that's gonna take you longer than you wanna be on a Sunday. Deliver by 1:13 is $12.50. So that's not horrible miles to money, but $6.50 to do some shopping, yeah, that's a decline. Let's go ahead and decline that, decline. All right, so that didn't take very long, okay? I'm gonna keep this live. I'm just gonna keep it running. If we sit here and we look at this screen, that's what we look at. $8.75, Schnucks, another shop and pay. 12 items at Schnucks for $8.75, 4 miles. I want you guys to rate these with a yes or a no, which ones you would take and why, in the comments section as you're watching this. Red card required. We have the shop and pay option on because I do believe in having as many options available to you, right? That's not one that I would normally take. As you can see, the customer lives really close, so most of the mileage is actually driving there. But listen, decline, acceptance rate doesn't matter because we're not doing DoorDash anymore. So 2 shopping pays right off the jump. Not surprised in St. Louis. It's not surprised. There's a lot of shopping pays. I made a lot of good money with DoorDash when I was doing it with shopping pays. A lot of Aldi's. So Aldi really close to our house actually. So let's see, what's the next one gonna be? So I wouldn't have taken either of those. Walgreens, high paying offer, $8.50 for 1.4, 4 items. Back to back to back shopping pays. I would probably take this one only because the mileage is low. But once again, you might spend some time on this, but that's part of the game with the shopping pays. You just don't know how long that line's gonna be. Are they gonna have the items, things like that. But $8.50 for 1.4, and I'm considering how close I am, right? Pretty close, right? So, I mean, that might be 15 minutes for $8.50. That's one that I would take. So far, I would have taken that one. What about you guys? So this is DoorDash in 2025. Shop and pays, shop and pays, shop and pays, okay? If you like shopping, you're gonna like this app, clearly. I think the next one will be not shopping. And maybe we'll turn, maybe in this video at some point, I probably won't. Another Schnucks, same order. So this is what's interesting to me. That's the same exact order we declined. Did it come in at $8.50 before? I think so they added 25 cents. You guys are seeing this in real time. Schnucks, 12 items, that's the same exact order. If I declined it, they're sending it back to me, I guess, because they added more money. So they're thinking, oh, maybe this Dasher will take it for an extra quarter. Yeah, 2025, an extra quarter. Why not? So you can see it's busy. At least we're seeing offers. I know a lot of you guys are saying you're not seeing anything, right? I think the acceptance rate is like 69 when we started. Here's another Schnucks. Okay, $10. It's got that little high-paying offer, silver status thing there, right? 2.7, 24 items. So that's not a quick shop and pay. Okay, not a lot of mileage. $10. I would not take that. To me, the Walgreens that came in for $8 for half the mileage of this one was a lot better. Because I think that was only 4. Listen, this is like doing a $10 Spark order for 24 items. No, I'm not doing that. Absolutely not. We'll decline that one. Shop and pay, shop and pay, shop and pay. If you like to shop, this is the app for you. Here we go. Dewey's Pizza, finally the first one, not shop and pay. Dewey's Pizza, $8.25, 5.5 miles. If I was close to that Dewey's, right, then I would probably take it. But, well, actually, that's probably a no for me as well. unless I was close or unless I wanted to go in that direction. But the miles to money, just listen, for me, I gotta be at least $2, at least. That's just me for my profitability. I think it said view order details. I'm gonna click on that next time. I haven't recognized that before. 950, 4.8. Okay. That's not horrible, I guess. Would you guys take that? I think a lot of you guys would probably take it, right? You're at about the $2 per mile, right at exactly 2. So if I hit view offer details, what is else? Oh, it just goes back to that screen. Okay, it's been forever since I've done DoorDash. So you guys, that's a borderline order. As you see, the acceptance rate was 66 to 66. It's a rolling 100. So, okay, it's busy. 2025 St. Louis is busy. I kind of expected this. It's a Sunday, right? But Schnooks, 2 orders. Okay, so look at this here. 2 orders for $13.50. So they stacked probably that 24 item order, which somebody else had ordered like 6, I'm assuming, or maybe they stacked the 12 with, listen, either way, I'm not shopping for 2 people. I mean, once again, that's not horrible. I think a lot of you guys will probably accept it because you're looking at $13.50, 3.7. Oh, Pedro tells me miles per money. Absolutely. But you got to consider the time it's going to take you to do that, right? 2 orders in a line. You got to consider the time that's going to take you. So I'm not shopping for 2 days. I mean, they're stacking shopping pays now. I don't even remember that the last time I was doing DoorDash, but whatever. It's a $12.56, as you can see right there in St. Louis. So we've had a decent amount of offers come in on this account here. PetSmart, 1037. We are flooded with shopping pays. That is the future of DoorDash. That's what they're putting a lot of the emphasis, the merchants and the consumers. Shop in pays. People don't like to go to places to shop for themselves because there's lines, there's carts, there's inclement weather, blah, 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 blah. That's not horrible. 4 items at PetSmart. We don't know what the items are unless if I click on this, does it tell me? Oh, there we go. 3 things of cat litter that weigh 29 pounds a piece and some Fancy Feast. So it's got a little weight behind it. Yeah, that's trash. I'm not doing that for $10.37. Unless I'm in the PetSmart parking lot, I might do it, but I don't know. So listen, I haven't seen a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5. I haven't seen any low paying offers as far as cash flow, but I'm really not seeing anything that's really worth my time that really gets me excited about doing DoorDash, right? This job right now in 2025, this gig, here's a McDonald's, 450, 1.6. I've taken plenty of offers like that in my day because McDonald's is very fast. You see where the merchant is, you see where the customer is. They live right down the street. Now, the old Pedro, I take that. The new Pedro, absolutely not. I don't do things for $4.50 unless there's some kind of crazy promotion or surge or I'm working towards a quest on Uber or some kind of promotion. Otherwise, I'm just not really driving my car for $4.50. But this isn't bad. I need to preface my opinion with this isn't a bad offer. I've done millions of offers similar to this because it doesn't take that long. But you can see in St. Louis, the shopping pays are where it's at. So if you have a DoorDash account and you don't have a red card, you don't want to shop, but you're not making money with the food delivery, you might want to turn around because you might be missing out on some possible opportunities as we see here, okay? You might be. Chop Suey, this is the first really bad offer in my opinion. $7.75, 8.2 miles. So that Chop Suey's like, I don't know, maybe 1.5 miles from where I live. And then look at that. It's taking me all the way up north. I mean, that is round trip miles if I've ever heard it. So basically, that's a whole nother zone away. I've seen worse mileage, but you're driving 16.5 miles for $7.75 because you're gonna want to come back, right? That's garbage. I mean, nobody in their right mind would take that. So our AR has dropped from 69 to 63, just like that. Here we go, PetSmart. There's the same order. 1037, 3.8. It's the same one. Look. Yeah. And you know what? 1037, that's an odd number. There's got to be a tip based off a percentage on there. I'm assuming. I could be wrong. Who cares? Doesn't matter. We're going to decline it. But listen, that order is that's not horrible. The cash flow is $10. Maybe you knock that out in 30 minutes. And like I was going to say a minute ago, if you're going to DoorDash in St. Louis and you're going to have a higher AR, you're going to make about $20 an hour. And for a lot of people, that's great. For me and for most, that's really bad. Here's that McDonald's order again. Look at that. If you're making $20 per hour, considering how much you have to drive and the taxes, depreciation, your fuel, it's just not really worth it. To be profitable, in my opinion, in most markets similar to St. Louis, if you're not at 25 to 30 bucks on average, you're not that profitable. That's just me. You guys drop in the comment section where you guys at. Do you even care about that? Are you just working on, hey, I'm trying to make 100, I'm trying to make 200, I'm trying to make 300? Are you looking at a dollar amount, or are you looking at how much your time is worth per hour? Because obviously, hours in a day is how we count the days, right? So we'll let this run just a little longer. Here's a Chuck's Chicken. This is the worst one of them all. $6, 7.8 miles. Chuck's Hot Chicken is about 3 miles from here, maybe a little bit less. And then we got another 4.8 mile drive to downtown St. Louis for $6. There is not a tip on that order. I would bet $100 that's all base pay. All base pay. I would bet you $100 and a pack of cookies. That's all base pay. Anyways, I wanted to make this short video for you guys. I wanted to show you exactly what St. Louis people are going to see in St. Louis, Missouri with a DoorDash account. A lot of shopping pays. Nothing great. No plus signs. Not horrible. In St. Louis, you're going to make $20 an hour. Based on those offers that I'm seeing, if I start working right now, I'm going to make $20 an hour. If I get lucky and have some crazy tip, maybe 25. Is that worth it to you in 2025? Here's an Aldi, 13 items, $8.50, 5.2 miles. For shopping, $8.50. You got to bag it yourself. You got to do, miles to money on shopping pays is not like food delivery because of the time in the line. It's a potential time. You might be in and out, but Aldi on a Sunday, I'm sure it's busy in St. Louis. Anyways, y'all have a great day. This is my market. What do you think? $20 an hour before costs? Not great.